The Zion era is upon us in the National Basketball Association. I thought it would take some time for him to get his legs underneath him, for him to get back into shape, for him to adjust his game to the NBA game. It has not. He has played 9 games, and he is dominant. Last night,
what have you been watching?
He had his career high, 31 points, 9 rebounds. Look at that.
What
Catching
have
the
you
ball
been
in the
watching?
post,
Why do you think it would take him a while?
Dunking on people. Because he was big. You know, he has a knee surgery. I just thought that it would be minutes restriction. I didn't think he would be putting up numbers like this and catching lobs like that. What do you make of Zion last night and so far?
David Jacoby, did you watch the preseason?
Yeah, and they got hurt. I did watch the preseason.
You watched the preseason where he shot 70% from the field, the highest field goal percentage and most points per game as a rookie ever. Did you watch Duke last year?
Yeah, and I saw him get hurt at Duke last year, too. And he got hurt in the summer league, and he got hurt in high school. So I was concerned about him. But from what I've seen so far, he has been really impressive, and especially when he's around the basket. He's just unstoppable around the basket.
I think when he's on the court, he is a transcendent talent. Now, he's not, ready-made like LeBron James or, his game will take some time for him to figure out. But there's some things that don't take time. You can't teach height. You can't teach athleticism and just natural ability, God's gifts. And if you think about what Zion did, everyone's like, oh, career high. The way he plays is so efficient.
Yes.
A coach's dream is having a player on your team that you don't need to run plays for that can still dominate. That is Zion. And things were so easy, very similar to Anthony Davis, but minus 5-6 inches. He'll walk you up and then turn around, spin back door. You can't guard that. I love him in transition, whether he's pushing the rock or he's receiving the rock in transition. He runs the floor really well. In the half court, he can post up, and guess what? He'll hit you with that mean little jab step and attack.
I love
and then
the jab step. You'll see it right here is the first play.
It is. No one can stop that. You bite on it, you're gone. He's gone, and he can finish through contact. This is what Zion already has. If you look at his shot chart yesterday, his shot chart was crazy. The restricted area, it was X, all these X's in there, and then 1 3.
It seemed like he shot a lot more jumpers last year at Duke, and I think that's one thing that's really helping him, especially this early in his career, build his confidence and build his efficiency. And another thing about him, and it wasn't necessarily so prominent last night, but I've been watching a lot of Zion's game, his second jump. If he misses that first shot, he bounces right back up like a pogo stick. He can jump twice in a row, even on defense. It's just amazing at his size how quickly he can just bounce twice in a row off the floor.
And not only that, he just has, some players just have a knack for where the ball is. Offensive rebounding, this is why I say you don't need to run plays for him because he'll just literally run wild. Offensive rebounding, he knows where the shot's going to go. And you mentioned about Duke, he was shooting a lot of jumpers there. Why? Because he sort of heard the noise all you do is dunk. We asked him as a network, he's like, I'm more than just a dunker. So he was trying to prove that in college so that he got the best position ever. And it was already going to happen. He was going to go number 1. But now he can just play his game. And that's really fun. And it's really exciting. And I wish we had that earlier. But you know what they say, better late than never.
He's a little too quick for a true center or a big, and he's a little too strong for a today's 4. Do you think opposing teams are going to start sort of doubling up on him and loading up in the middle to try to limit him around the basket?
Look, they're going to already start doing that, and they have done that. They even did it in preseason, but the thing is his skill set is extremely underrated. So he can catch the ball on the perimeter. You may not be guarding him, but he'll hit you with a nice between the legs, behind the back. He can, tuck the ball in and push through 2 defenders and get to the paint. And then he's really quick getting to that left hand, and he can finish with the right. He can dunk it. He can dunk it with the left. He can dunk it with the right. He can, dunk off a 2, off a 1. And that's the thing. He's just starting to manage his load. But if you watch the way he played yesterday in his career high 31, he knows what he's doing. It's things aren't coming hard. He's not having to fight for it like Blake Griffin did out of the league. You remember that? Or even Derrick Rose had to fight aggressive and that Russell Westbrook type of energy. He's starting to realize, you know what? I can do this with finesse. I can do this with less work. And I think that's why that break starting the season really helped him, because maybe he'll shift his gear so that he will have that longevity that you want, Jacoby.
He doesn't just catch lobs. He threw a lob last night. He had 5 assists, and they don't run the offense through him. They don't run a lot of plays for him the way that you mentioned. But last year at Duke, they did, and he really showed his passing ability, which is, I think, something that will also sort of unlock as NBA teams see more of him and kind of throw more bodies at him around the basket. You'll see those assist numbers go up. And he's putting up these numbers without playing that many minutes either. Like, it's just been so impressive. And here's one thing that our producer brought up. How do we get him involved in All-Star Weekend? Like, he doesn't deserve to be an All-Star, but like, he's not gonna be in the dunk contest. Like, how do we get him involved? The skills comp? Like, what are we doing?
Look, someone said that they should have a all-rookie slam dunk contest, because right now the rookies could really show out like that. But I don't know, maybe you pay him an absorbent amount of money, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Rising Stars would be the right place, but I don't think he, after 9 games, I'm not really sure if that's the right place for him to be honored.
I know.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports analysis and highlights, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.